Hey, just wanted to say Happy New Year to those of us that made it to 2025 and are still thriving. And my heart and prayers and thoughts go out to those who did not have a great 2024 or not having a great 2025. But anyway, I decided to use today's platform to say the nightlife or online Circle of Sanity is pretty much on hiatus now for the time being. But uh, we'll see how that situation rectifies itself. But I wanted to address something I haven't really done before, which has come out about this controversy over the NFL MVP for the 2024-2025 season. Um, as you know, as everyone is aware, there is this back and forth as to who deserves it more, Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. As you can tell by what's hanging in my window, I'm partial. But I'm partial to all things Ravens, but I don't believe everything Ravens related is true. By that I mean there are people who are Ravens fans that believe the Ravens should go undefeated every year and have no reason to lose a game and should score 100 points every game. Whatever. That's not my jam. I believe in looking at things from a perspective of the facts are the facts are the facts. So let me run down something that I believe that has not been addressed yet so far this year. Number one, this race should not be close. I do not believe this race is race based. I do believe that there are a lot of haters in the NFL from a standpoint of coaches, um, fans, organizations, teams, and the league as a whole. There's a lot of hate. And one thing I think the league hates is for someone to take the league by storm that they don't fully 100% endorse, right? Not on a Wheaties box type individual, whoever that could be, right? Not a media darling. Um, it is clear to anyone who watches the game, who watches the league, that by far the most popular player in the NFL as a whole, not just for per team, but as a whole, league wide, is that guy that wears 8 and plays for the Ravens. Um, it's clear that there are coaches, as one came out before last season and said that he didn't care um, what happens, he would never vote for Lamar Jackson to be an MVP. We had a reporter before the season, before the 2023 season, who said she preferred her quarterbacks to be a little more quarterbacky, whatever that means. Um, but I just want to offer this up for
Do you know what's really
those
fun?
who
Making a website on with.
who want to see what the controversy is or isn't. Okay, um, I'm gonna offer some stats, and then you tell me. Total yards for this year: 5,087. Total touchdowns: 45. Overall passer rating for the season: 119.6. Interceptions: 4. Um, Rushing yards: 900 plus. Passing yards: 4,000 plus. Um, average um, average passing yards: 8.5 yards per game. I mean per pass, and 6 yards per carry. first player in NFL history with 40 plus TDs with fewer or 4 interceptions in a season. First player in NFL history with 40 plus TDs passing and 600 yards rushing. First player in NFL history, 4,000 plus yards passing and 800 plus yards rushing. Now, and let me add this. Went 3-0 against what other people are considering better quarterbacks in the league this year. Now, if those were the stats for Josh Allen, no one would question Josh Allen should be the MVP. None of the talking heads on ESPN, NFL Network, there'd be no controversy, FX Sports, all the talking heads, all the YouTube sensations, all the podcasters. If those were Josh Allen's stats, Lamar Jackson wouldn't even be in a conversation. So I ask quite sincerely, why, with those stats I just ran down, being all Lamar Jackson, is he second in most people's mind, not most, but some people's minds, to the MVP vote? And I know there are people, the Ravens fans, who say we don't care about another MVP because we just went to Super Bowl. But these stats and those MVPs matter because quarterback salaries are based upon incentives and milestones hit. Now, Lamar Jackson won one MVP prior to his contract extension and a second MVP after his contract extension. Should win the third MVP, if not this year, at another point in his career, probably before his next contract extension. But all that being said, the voting for the MVP takes place, the voting may have already taken place, I don't know, but the results will come out maybe sometime this week or during the playoffs. There are 50 voters. The fans don't get to vote. The owners don't get to vote. The executives don't get to vote. It's 50 sports writers or contributors that vote. Those 50 people have access to the same stats I just ran down. As far as I know, maybe one, maybe two have come out and expressed their support of a candidate or whatever. Some people speculating, not voters in the MVP race. Some people, talking heads like myself, have speculated that Josh Allen should be the runaway winner. Some have said that Josh Allen deserves it because he hasn't won it yet. Some people have said, well, Lamar Jackson has created voter fatigue by those 50 people who have the vote. I'm concerned that doesn't make any sense to me. If you get tired of voting for somebody repeatedly because they deserve it, then maybe you shouldn't be voting. But I'll say this again. If those stats were Josh Allen's stats, he would be unanimously considered the MVP. Why? Universally unanimously considered the MVP. Why is it that with those stats, historic stats, Lamar Jackson is considered second? Makes no sense to me. Make it make sense. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.